Okay, so listen, I'm Mario Van Peebles. I'm here with Patrick. I'm here with oh, okay. Hold up, let me get this right. I'm here with Patrick right here.
What's up?
All right, and I'm here with Mandela, and they're the stars of We the Party. And you know, we say the party's not outside of you. Who's the party?
We the party.
So ask us a question. We'll tell you about the party movie. It's out this weekend, so come get on that party list.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, the first question is, what made you guys want to do a movie with your dad? So let's start you, and you're basically Mario Van Peebles, so it's all right. And do you guys have a natural interest in acting, or is it something that you fell into?
Cool. So the first question is, what made you guys want to do a party with what made you guys want to do a movie with me, a party movie?
Well, I auditioned.
I mean, was it us who wanted to do it with you, or you who wanted to do it with us?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Who's gonna say no to doing a movie? You know? Like that's an awesome experience. So.
But tell them how it started.
Pretty much, me and my siblings just got together, and we was tired of all these house parties getting shut down early, so we wanted to see what the club life was like out here in LA. There was a lot of teen clubs going on at the time, so we was like, "Hey, yo, pops, so we're gonna ride to some of these clubs," and he said,
I said, hell no, you ain't going to no damn club without me.
And, you can't bring your pops, in a club. That's like bringing the cops. So, me and my siblings went back to the drawing board, and we decided, look, we'll dress him up in some skinny jeans, a snapback, some campus Adidas, swag him out, let him walk in a little bit behind us, and boom, he's a member of the entourage. Nothing nobody needs to know about.
So I went in basically incognito, like underground, to all the parties and the clubs, and I started seeing the way they were dancing, like if we say safe sex on the dance floor, that's how they was dancing. And I started writing the script. The script just started coming to me naturally. I think that's why the We the Party feels real, because I was writing it about real stuff and real teenagers. And then when we put the movie together, We the Party, we auditioned Patrick, and that's how we met Brother Patrick. And he's become part of the family too. So.
Yeah, he had me come over a week before to get to know Mandela, so it felt real, and I kind of just kept putting clothes away and tucking them in drawers and never moved out.
Yeah, so he's been hanging out with us. And then we had other kids like Snoop Dogg roll through. He's in the movie with his son, who plays the DJ. So Snoop's in the movie with his son, Corday. And then P. Diddy's son is in the movie. One of the kids from the Wayans clan is in the movie.
We got all kind of musical acts in the movie. We got YG, The Rejects,
New Boys,
Snoop Dogg, Pink Dollars. I mean, you can name it. It's on and on. That's one of the cool things that it brings is a musical element to a movie, and it's awesome. You got Truth. You got a bunch of these songs that really blew up.
Light at the end of the tunnel, honestly. I just tweeted it the other day. That's one of my favorite songs.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
MVP Boys, we have.
Cool. What's the next question?
Next question is on the iPad. Do you guys have it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's lagging a little bit.
Why do you feel a multicultural film is necessary?
Multicultural. Why do you feel a multicultural movie is necessary for the time?
It's
Because
2012.
it's
man.
2012, man.
Now.
We, what's cool, and back in the day, we had House Party, which was mostly a black cast, and a good movie, rated R, with a lot of heart, of course, inspiring movie. We had Breakfast Club, another good movie, rated R, white cast, with a lot of heart. We had Stand and Deliver, again, rated R, good movie, Latino cast. 2012, man, we need to mix it up, man.
America's a mixing pot. We the Party really reflects that. It's not just Latinos, it's not just black kids, it's not just white kids, it's not just Asian kids.
It's all real
It's
kids.
not Tokyo Drift, it's everybody in one, and that's one of the cool things about it. And everyone's portrayed equally. It's not like the old Western where what's your spiel?
Well, in the old westerns, the Chinese guy was like the wimpy houseboy, the brother was scared, the Native American was shot, and the Mexican was the stinking bandit that didn't need no badges. So people of color were marginalized, but in We the Party, it's more like life. Again, when you see real life, man, everybody's in it. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to show that, and if We the Party were a stew, you would taste it and go, this is made with love.
Yeah.
We made it with love. We love all people. All people are part of the party, so that's what's reflected in the
We the
movie.
Party,
We the Party.
Y'all, did y'all check it out? Are you gonna check it out? Because that's where it's really
That's what you
at.
know, right?
In theaters today, April 6th, baby.
That's right. Right now.
Right now.
It is right now at the party. Who's next?
So how did you all prepare for your roles?
That's a good question. Let's go to Patrick. I want to hear Patrick. Patrick, tell me, young brother.
Yo, Patrick has some, acting talents. This dude really prepares himself.
Oh, thanks,
You
man.
know?
Why you blowing him up, man?
Nah, I'm
did you
just
pay
saying.
him?
Yo, that's why I'm really touched right now.
This guy really, whenever I'm feeling lazy, like I don't want to read a script or nothing, I think, what would Patrick do?
Patrick
Patrick
read the
will read
script
this
twice.
7 times. I'm like, all right, I got at least read it 3 times.
Patrick's a bad dude, man.
Preparing for the role though, just really hanging out with a lot of rich folks. Just listen to Mario. Actually, Mario kind of gave me the backstory on Chowder that he felt that he was rich and he was entitled and had all this money, but really it's his mom's money. He doesn't have anything. It's not that he's rich; his parents are rich, and so I kind of taken that story where he feels like he's making this money, but really none of it is his, and kind of bringing that to life. And go ahead. Yes,
Yeah, no, but that's true. That's right. Because sometimes rich kids feel like they got something. They ain't got nothing. They just eating off their mom and dad's plate. That's not their food. So in this movie, he plays the rich kid. He plays like the middle class kid, and then YG and the other kids play the kids who come from a more difficult spot where they've had to make their way out of nowhere. That's one of the things I liked about We the Party was we show not just racial differences but socioeconomic differences. So you have like kids, poor kids, rich kids, middle kids, and they all are in the same school. That was cool. So Patrick plays one of the rich kids, so that's why he was saying he was hanging out with, the entitlement group. And nothing bad with that, nothing bad with having money, just as long as you realize you can't buy your sense of self at the mall. You can't connect your identity.
Oh,
man!
Oh, no.
Man.
I owe him some money.
Come on,
Okay.
This guy.
I need a poster, Mario.
You can have 2, man. Now I got a shirt for you too.
I'm scared, man.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all ain't ready for this.
My heart just stopped for a second. You'll see why.
What's up,
So,
man?
how you doing? Come on in here, man.
Good, brother,
Let's see what we got up here, man.
Good job, man.
Yo, man, thank you.
Hey, brother. Hey, man. Oh, man. See,
They just see a big
Hey,
head.
Sam.
So the next question is, what was the funniest thing, or the funniest thing, sorry, that happened on set?
Oh, I know right now. We'll see when he was in there and scared this.
Oh, yeah. That was me.
Hey, Marty, why you put that in the movie? That should be in the movie.
This guy.
Behind the scenes.
All right, it was funny to them. It wasn't funny to me. This man, all right, I want you guys to see. This man's hand is bigger than my face.
Sit your butt down. I'll make a change, fat boy.
He had to slap me in the film, and that was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because he was like, run into my hand, I won't hurt you. And you can't run into somebody's hand and not get hurt.
Well, you just taking one for the team. When you work with marginal people, you gotta do that. So you just taking one for the team.
Look who we got here. This is my son Michaelo and my lovely daughter Maya. They're in the movie too. So look, they're asking questions like this. Okay, what was the funniest thing happened that we talked about when y'all were scared and he said he told Patrick to sit his ass down?
What about the little audition?
That was funny, dude.
I feel like everything funny was in that scene.
Mandela nearly died that
Yo,
day.
tell him about that one, Maya.
So basically, we're doing auditions for the parts of the gangsters, and they're reading the lines, and Mandela's standing there all dramatic, and all of a sudden he grabs him in the audition, and all of us look around like, what?
Let me explain this, okay? This is a little. So we're doing the audition. Everyone's doing all right. Mandela, we're all just chilling. We're going. All right, cool. Thanks for coming. Then this one guy comes up. He's already looking kind of
Darius.
Oh, Darius. Oh, man.
So Dad's like, all right, let's go. So he pauses for a second. There's a long dramatic pause. And then he starts. And he gets in there, right? And he gets in there, he starts getting up in Mandela's face. And usually there's like a line, like a
You
physical
don't cross
line.
it in the
You don't
audition.
cross the line in the auditions. But he was getting all up.
He snatched that one up like he was SpongeBob. Mandela was like, oh.
Morgan and I were sitting together, Morgan goes, Maya.
It was great.
Most amazing scene.
It was great. But there were some people in the movie that didn't need to audition at all, man. I worked with Tiny Lister and Posse. The brother got work ethic.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
He came through there and did his thing, man, easily. And if you look at the roles he's played some diverse roles from, president in the future. Let me tell you, he was Barack Obama before Barack Obama was going to know. You know what I'm saying? This brother was president, with Chris Tucker.
So Barack, we need to be at the White House. Martin, if you want to take this premiere to the White House, we need it.
I believe
what you're impressed
I
with.
believe
your
it's
office.
Crazy about that? Barack liked the Facebook page the other day.
Yes.
When they showed Barack Obama Facebook, like Breathe the Party.
That's dope.
Yeah.
But
That's a class.
because he knows Tiny Lister set the example. You know what I mean? He dropped the ball. So that was mad cool. But one of the things that was cool, and you guys asking some good questions, was a lot of it was, you know, when you do a TV series, you already know who the characters are, you're just changing the situations. When you grow up in the Van Peebles household, you know who all your badass kids are, you just put them in a different situation. So I know how to write for their voices, and I think that's one reason it was organic. When my brother Tiny came in, it was like family. I said, I know how to write for Big Brother Tiny easily, because I know how this, I know he's got a heart, his heart is bigger than him. Do you know what I mean? I know he's out there trying to do the right thing too, and this movie wasn't about money, folks. I paid myself $1 to direct it and $10 to write it. So this movie was about showing us, you know, when you get young brothers out there dying with a box of Skittles and an iced tea, you can't be afraid to show us in a positive way whether we don't wear a hoodie. Marley, come over here, man. You better Marley. Come on, Marley.
Yeah.
He took it. No. Don't give it away, nothing. So,
Next question for Mario here.
Okay.
If you could have been in a movie with your dad at your kid's age, what kind of movie would it have
Oh
been?
my God, I was. Y'all don't know the history, baby. Sweetback's badass song. My father put me in that movie doing crazy stuff. I won't even tell you. You got to see it. But trust me, I grew up fast, and I grew up knowing a couple things my dad taught me was this. He said, "There's 3 loves in your life: love what you do, love who you do it with, and love what you say with it. Don't be afraid. If you believe in it and you want to put us out there in a way, if you don't tell your own story, it's going to always be his story. This is our story. So the party's not what you buy at the mall. It's not just finished. The party's in your heart. Who's the party?
We the party.
Who's the party?
We the party.
Nobody has spinners anymore, right?
No.
You still got spinners in 2012? I mean, you might as well be riding in a chariot.
Okay,
Nobody-
you can have your ribs. It's nothing wrong with having some good bling. If you're successful, that's what you want to do. That's good, but it should reflect what's inside.
Oh, by the way, I just want to say, everybody,
I'm gonna use Tiny's watch to catch my next film. That's my budget right there.
Thanks for all the great questions. Keep them coming, guys. And don't forget to tweet the Ustream right now. Send it to your Facebooks. And
Hashtag We the Party Movie.
We the
Yes,
party.
We the Party.
just We the Party.
Actually, hashtag We the Party. And
We the
actually,
Party.
You know, I tweeted this a couple days ago, and I don't know if
Oh,
I'm going to
man.
do with this,
Yo,
but I think
I
I'm
would-
going to decide it right now.
Okay.
Yo, wait, let him speak. Let him speak.
If I get 1,000 people to tweet, Instagram, whatever you got to do, your We the Party ticket with the hashtag We the Party. If I get 1,000 people to do this,
I will tase him on
Whoa, okay, you know what? I was gonna say run down Wilshire in my underwear with We the Party on my back, but it's up to you, Mario. Tase.
I vote yes.
No.
I want to see him in
I don't want to see no young black men getting tased at this day and age.
Yeah.
Don't tase me, bro.
Yeah, I don't see it. I'll go with the sign.
We'll run it down the street in my underwear. So,
Bumper stickers on both cheeks.
So we have a question. If you could have switched roles with one of your fellow cast members, who would it be and why? Mandela, you want to start?
Well, honestly,
He'd want to be me.
I think it'd be fun to play the bad boy for a little bit. So probably Cece, YG's character. But I mean, I'm happy with my role. I think it's the closest to who I actually am. Yeah, it was fun playing someone similar to me. But at the same time, I want to expand my acting palette. So, something outside of what I usually do would be cool too. But I mean, it was a black shoot.
I want the same question. I want Mario's role. I want to play a teacher.
Yeah.
And make Mario thug.
Yeah. You know what that'd be, boy. I love that. I love. You know what's interesting about playing opposite roles? When I did New Jack City. The truth is, Ice-T wanted to play the gangster. He didn't want to play a cop. And Wesley wanted to play the cop. And sometimes it's even stronger when you flip it. And Wesley plays the gangster like he's got the truth. And Ice-T plays the cop with the street credibility of that gangster. And if you think about it, you look at it, you go, oh, that's what makes sense.
Exactly.
So, what about you, Maya? What if you can switch roles?
Yeah, I'm happy with Michelle. I'm as fabulous as I am.
What
No.
about you, Michaela?
If I could switch any role, I'd probably be Miss Gonzalez.
oh man.
Okay, what about you, Ronnie, who would you play?
Let's see.
I don't know.
He'd be here.
Okay, he be tiny. He switch roles. He rolling the ground. What the fuck? Johnny, you see yourself in the trailer? They cut that last line. It's funny, man. You take it up.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it's good, man. It's good. Okay, what's the next question?
What message do people get from this film?
Oh,
Yo,
man.
We the Party is a freshly baked corn dog. It is a meaty moral movie wrapped in some doughy, fun, enjoyable party. So you can walk out of We the Party feeling full of good messages, positive thoughts, but at the same time have a blast eating it. That's what I like.
Healthy
about
junk
We the
food.
I couldn't
Yeah. No, but
We the Party.
But that's cool because I think depending on. Well, tell them what the messages that you saw, man. Well, look at my first. I gotta show my daughters here.
My nails say we the part. Hashtag we the party.
Hey.
Yeah. Hashtag
Maya, what did your grandfather teach you? Early to bed.
Early rise.
Work ahead.
I think the message is just whatever you want to do in life, do it well, do with your friends, and get something out of doing it. And I think we really did that in this film. These are my new friends, whoever I didn't know before, now they're family. Patty lives with us, like I really cannot get rid of him.
I
Do
think that,
everything with a great heart.
Yeah, I mean, We the Party is real. But like a lot of things that can be real, it's got real heart. And like I said, it's made with love. So you can't teach anybody anything if you don't teach them with love, right? So whether the Panthers agreed with Dr. King's Turn the Other Cheek, they knew he loved them. Whether some folks agreed with Malcolm saying by any means necessary, they knew he loved them. We knew that Gandhi loved us and Mother Teresa loved us, do you know what I'm saying? So when you love people, you can teach them something. We made this movie with love, and I think that's felt. I think the party's real, and I know you're invited to the party, and the party is right now. Go see it.
Definitely. So, how was it like working with music stars such as Snoop Dogg, YG, the New Boys, and Rejects?
Oh.
And how did they get involved? Yeah.
You've worked with Snoop a couple times, right? Yeah. Snoop was cool. He comes with his own magic incense. I don't know what it is, but he walks in the room. But we were shooting this scene. When you do independent filmmaking, family, you have to be ready to put not only your money and your kids and everything on the line, but put your kids' room on the line. So I told Michaela, I said, Michaela, you need to clean up your room because Snoop's going to be staying in your room. As a holding area, as a green room. So, man, he came to his room. He got so contact high. Brother had straight hair before Snoop. I said, he used to have a Jerry curl. He came out. I said, what happened to your hair? He said, man, I got this high going. But Snoop was a bad brother. What's so cool about Snoop is I always say you can't be flavor of the month for 30 years. This brother, as long as I've been from New Jack City to from gin and juice, and you look at our careers, we've both been hanging in there. He's a cool ass father, you know what I'm saying? He's doing what he wants to do. And he's totally cool with himself. That's what I like about Snoop. He does him, you know what I
That's
mean?
right. Nobody does like that.
When you said that, Tiny?
Been around for a long time.
What did you work with Snoop on before this?
We did the watch together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we both were Monster.
Right.
We both represent Monster. We spokespersons. I love how he works. He's about the community, and I like what I love about this movie. You reaching the young people. That's what it's about.
Man, how you doing, man? Let's get bigger and bigger, man. Bigger. Fresh off the plane, man. I tell you what's so cool about this, man. Can you see? Sit down while you still think. See what I was telling you is this is a trip, right? How art imitates life. When you make a movie that's got some reality into it, then sometimes life will imitate the reality. And we have this brother right here plays a brother in the movie who's a conscious brother. And yes, guess what? He has a hoodie on. And no one tries to shoot him. No one tries to take him out. And we all grow from the consciousness that he brings. He sings the song Truth, and he brings us all some consciousness. And that's beautiful, because sometimes in life it doesn't work out that well, and we know that. Whether you're armed with, a 9 or whether you're armed with some Skittles, folks will think what they think, and that's a lot to do with how we represent ourselves. So, in We the Party, we represent ourselves in a positive way, and his brother brings the consciousness, right? I'm giving hands to everyone. Yeah, man.
So YG, if you can just kind of jump in and tell about your role and what was that process for you being a an actor in your first big screen debut and playing CT.
I thought it was gonna be a challenge at first for me because it was my first movie role, my first script. But when I came on set, I was on time, and I had my lines down pat. And like, you feel me, CC, who I was playing, reminded me a little bit of myself when I was in high school. You know, I was like the bad guy in class, always, you feel me, good, I'm not doing no work, getting kicked out and all that. So it was easy, like, in that role. I was just being myself, you know, I wasn't talking too much. But through the movie, though, it showed like situations happening, you feel me? It showed me opening up as a person and starting to talk to other people and vibe with people. It showed me, because I was a rapper, but nobody knew I rapped because I ain't talking to nobody. So then I started rapping and all this. So then everybody started loving me, and the situation happened. Somebody thought I did something. He took the blame for it, you feel me? And yeah, it's a good movie. Make sure you'll see it. We here right now, the premiere. You know what it is. We the party.
Who's the party?
We the party.
There you go, man.
What advice would you give to other, you know, up and coming artists or people that are artists, you know, in the game but haven't acted before? What advice would you give them?
Man, I mean, if you're trying to act, you feel me, you gotta. My advice to them is like acting class and all that. I really don't know too much about, you feel me, the whole acting game.
Well, from your perspective.
You gotta have the Arizona with you.
You just gotta do it, you feel me? Because I can't. I went to the audition, I did my thing, I got the role, I came on set on time, and I had my lines down packed, and I was like surprising everybody, because everybody thought I was gonna be like not on time, not remembering the lines, you know? So yeah, you just gotta go over.
Yeah, I have to say, he was one of the hardest working brothers, you know? You know, he really came with it, which is really, well, you can tell when someone's really ready to do it and step forward. But not only that, he came with it with an energy that made us forget the fact that he would have to perform at clubs at night. So while we was just working during the day, this brother was working at night, doing shows, doing clubs, doing whatever he had to do to keep his music game going. And then on top of that, coming over to We the Party. And then on top of that, doing good work with the folks from the AIDS Foundation to make sure that our young folks stay healthy and get their tests, like they're doing the tickets for testing, because they like the safe sex message that We the Party's putting out. So we know that kids are sexy. We understand that. We know that that's real. So if you want to do something, hey, you're going to make it safe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. That was great.
I actually definitely learned a lot from YG, just because seeing him come on set, not completely in his element and just working so hard and so dedicated. It was like, you know what? Being an actor, I'm going to step my game up tenfold and just try to keep up with YG. And so definitely being around him pushed me to work harder. So
Yeah. That's real.
yeah, man.
Another question.
Let's see.
Question for everyone.
What projects are you working on now? Will you be working together again?
Oh yeah, me and YG got a mixtape coming. It's where I display all my tattoos, and I ain't gonna show you all. Nah,
Actually, Mandela and I are working on a project he actually wrote and is directing and is starring in, as well as me. I'm producing with him, and it's called Flip. So look up for that in the next coming weeks.
Cool. What you doing?
Oh man, I got
what you doing?
like, give me 4 minutes. I got a mixtape though that just came out. It's called 400 Degrees. You can go get it on HowToLiveOut.com, thatpip.com, or my website, YG400.net. And I'm on tour right now with Tiger. You feel me? Killers World Tour for his album. So I'm city to city, state to state with it right now. You feel me? After that, I'm gonna go on my mixtape tour, 400 Degrees. And I got an album coming soon, summertime. You know, I got a single out right now, Snitches, and it's on artists, so let's go get it. I'm good. I'm working, you know? Yeah, more mixtapes, more videos, more music, everything coming soon.
That's cool. Yeah, we all doing our thing, man. You know, and part of it is based on how each one of these things do. You know, we get out there and we support it and make it happen. What I like about all of us that you see here is we starting to understand it's not just playing ball, but owning the team. It's not just rapping, but owning the label, controlling your career. And that's what I like about what these young ladies are doing, is they're embracing smart as the new gangster. What we understand is this, and you guys understand this too, if someone else can make money from you, you can make money from you. Check that out. All right?
Cool. Any last messages? I know, Mario, you're like the godfather of like messaging and stuff like that. Is there any
like I'm Mr. I Am.
Is there any last words that you would give to kids that, you know, coming up in this era and wanting to do anything in life? What advice would you give them after seeing this movie?
I would say, you know, you know, I always go to what I say, you know, if you can get to a place where you understand the 3 loves in your life, you know, get to work in the business you love, whether it's rapping, acting, you know, being a lawyer, being a doctor, whatever it is, be in the business you love. Try to work with some folks you love and try to say something you love with it. You know, that's the biggest thing. If you do that, I think that it's each one teach one, and you're all doing something, in whatever way. You know, because we're gonna all have a different story to tell. You know?
Awesome. Anyone else? Any last words?
If there's anything you want to do,
Follow us on Twitter, man. You know,
follow us on Twitter. Yes, XL Mandela at PJAY10 at YG
Maya Man People.
at Kalo.
Kalo Van P, KAYLOVANP.
We're about to make one Marley Van People.
Yo,
We're make one today.
This is Young Tiger right here. He's actually leaving with YG right now.
What's the Facebook page?
oh yeah, Facebook.com/We the Party Movie. Check it out, like it. You know,
Yeah.
Share it.
This weekend, man.
We the
get out,
Party,
make it
April
happen.
6th, happening right now.
Go ahead and check it out.
Close this Ustream and go to the movie theater.